Rob live in the house. What's up, Jim?
Oh, dude, it's awesome. I don't know. We say this every time, right? We always say, hey, I'm excited. We got a good guest.
Well, okay, yeah, but this one for real, because it took a minute, right? Sometimes, guys, when you're reaching out to people, they have their own audience. They have their own following. They have their own obligations. Today we're talking about a mega entrepreneur, and so he's a busy man.
Yeah.
And so, there's been a lot of hit and miss, and there's a whole backstory. Every time a guest is on the show, it's a series of texts and missed opportunities and appointments. And then finally, when you get them, you're excited, And so this particular guest, by the way, like and subscribe. And I want you guys to support this man because he took the time, especially with today's gas prices, to drive out here and be with us.
Jeez.
Also, giving up time, which is, time is money for him. So we want to give a shout out. The way I met this person is I'm in Los Angeles at a fundraiser. Jim, remember I told you I went to go to the LAPD fundraiser?
Yeah.
And New Edition, one of my favorite bands were there, Johnny Gill.
Right? Coming soon.
Yeah, and so I was in a golf cart driving around. I met another gentleman there, and he's part of the LAPD fundraising group. And he says, hey, you're out in the valley, right? I said, yeah, we have a podcast out there. He goes, man, you got to get my brother on your show. I'm like, all right, who's your brother? He goes, Tio Gordo. And so I look up Tio Gordo on TikTok, and there he is, man, just working, big following, doing all things. And I'm all excited, like, oh, man, we got to get Tio Gordo. So it finally happened, guys. Tio Gordo's in the studio with us right now. He's actually live on his channel over there. Shout out to the Tio Gordos. I don't know what they call the family and the followers, but here he is, Isaiah Lopez, a.k.a. Tio Gordo.
Hey, thank you guys for having me, man. Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate that a lot. Thank you, guys.
So what do you call your followers? They got a nickname?
Family.
The family.
Family.
I love
the
that
fam, the gorditos.
The gorditos. There it is.
Dude, I talk to them like just like me and you were talking right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's important, I think, not to switch it up.
No.
It's like, man, he's totally different in person. No, he's that same guy.
No, I got to tone it down in person. I got to wait until you don't get the full me. You get 75% of me when you first meet me. Then
Get Tio Gordo light.
I'll ramp up. Yeah.
Diet Tio Gordo.
Diet Tio Gordo.
Then you get the full thing in person.
Yeah.
Okay, so first off, let's talk about the name.
Okay, Tio Gordo. Tio Gordo was, in the Hispanic culture, Tio is a term of endearment. You don't necessarily call everyone uncle. It's just, el tío this, el tío that. Well, I was doing a lot in the community out in Yuma, Arizona, and it just stuck. Somebody ended up saying it because, giveaways is like my big thing. I love giving stuff away. I love giving back to the community.
Yes.
So just somebody started calling me El Tio Gordo. The restaurant there, the name was Birria El Gordo. And it just stuck, dude. It stuck from there.
And so they come in and see you like, Tio.
Yeah. From 2019 to now, it's just, that's the name.
Yeah, and so that was Yuma, Arizona, where you first started?
Yuma, Arizona, where I first started my, I started my entrepreneurship here in the Central Valley when I was 16 as a gardener. And a short little backstory. I was already on my own at 16. I lived by myself.
How did that happen?
I was out of the house. That's a longer story. We don't have enough time on this episode for that. But I'm out. I'm by myself, right?
Yeah.
And I start working as a gardener, but I get my own gardening route. And I have my own apartment. I have 2 trucks. I have all of that at 16.
What?
Yeah, here, and I have pictures and whatnot to show
Okay,
you
but
guys.
how did you learn to be so independent and successful?
You didn't
so young.
I didn't learn. You just
You weren't afraid to just get out and do it.
No. So my brother that I stayed with here for a while, he did that, right? So obviously that's the only thing I knew how to do for work as a 16-year-old kid. But I overstayed my welcome quick at his house. I love him. He's like my second dad, and he's gonna hear this too. My brother Jerry, not the brother that you met.
Yeah.
But you know when you overstay your welcome somewhere, you gotta get out of there quick. So I got out of there, and within a year, I had 2 trucks. I had 1 route with 2 guys, and then another route that I did. And a lot of unfortunate events happened to where I had to leave. But that's where my entrepreneurial ship started. Took a break, had 5 kids.
Man.
And then I went out to Yuma, Arizona, and I started a Birria Gordo there.
Okay. So right now, the 5 kids, are they all here with you in the valley?
They're all here with me. Yeah,
Awesome.
they're all here with me.
And so your journey starts in the valley, then you go to Arizona, and then you come back?
Starts in the valley. I go to the San Fernando Valley.
Yes.
Then I go to Yuma, Arizona in 2019, and that's where it really starts, right? And it's I think the question was how do you get that drive, right? How do you right? That was your question?
Yeah.
It's
2 trucks.
It's necessity, really.
But
for a while,
I don't feel any fear. Like you were like, I just got to go do it. Like, weren't you afraid to be on your own? And
yeah, absolutely. I think when I was 16, I can't speak too much on that because you don't really know fear when you're that age. So I can't give myself too much credit. It's just you got to do what you got to do. But in 2019, when I went out to Yuma, Arizona, it just fear was there, but failure wasn't. It wasn't an option. Like, you got to make it. You just
no plan
have to.
B.
No, there's no plan B. And I hear myself say this in other interviews. I didn't think it through like I'm thinking it through now. There just was not a plan. Hey, I'm going to open this restaurant, and I'm going to do great. And that's what happened. Yeah, that's what happened. And that one restaurant sparked just a timeline and a series of events that I'm so grateful for. I met so many great people and started so many great businesses and learned so much. Rubbed shoulders with amazing people, friends with the mayor and the chief of police. And
this is out in Yuma or San Fernando?
This is out in Yuma. San Fernando, I didn't do anything but get in trouble and just live a regular mediocre life, which I got tired of fast, which is why I had to go. We had to go.
Why Arizona?
So Arizona, I did a little bit of market research. At the time, birria tacos were the craze. It's when they first start coming on the scene that they're late 2019, early 2020. That's when you see the quesabirria tacos and people dunking them. Well, there's only a handful of spots in the San Fernando Valley. Now, it doesn't matter where you turn. Everyone's got birria on their menu.
Yeah.
Everyone. But that didn't happen overnight.
What is birria?
Birria is a Mexican spiced stew, and I mean spiced as in spices, not as in capsaicin.
Every time I see it on these videos, I've seen this, right?
Yeah.
And it don't look like something you want to get on your clothes because it'll stain.
It'll stain your because of all the grease that's in there. You know, the cuts of beef that are used, it has a high fat content. So that plus the chilies that they're using in that mix. You get that on your clothes, you're done for. Forget. It's like getting oil on that clothes from working on your car.
Oh yeah, that never comes out.
Yeah, no. So that hit. We did our market research. It was between there, Dallas, Texas, and Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh, they all sound like cool options. Why did you?
So they do. They sound all like cool options, but the demographic in Yuma, Arizona, was the best for what we wanted to do. What was it? The median income, just like I said, the demographic, the people that are there, and there was no birria to be found anywhere. Nobody was doing it. There was grandmas and grandpas in their taco trucks that had birria bowls with tortillas, the traditional stuff, but nobody was doing what we're doing.
The taco dip.
The taco dip. So the audience won't let me lie about this one. You could vet me on this one and go all the way back to our page back in 2020, 2019. Right now, I renamed and repurposed that page. On Facebook, it's called Tio Gordo TV. But if you go all the way back down to the early 2019s and 2020s, and the Instagram page is now called TG Media Group. So you go all the way back down there. They started it all. We were the first ones to bring it to the desert Southwest. And just to kind of make a long story short, that business, its first year in a community with 95,000 occupants. Yuma, Arizona has 95,000 occupants. We did $1.4 million in sales that first year.
I knew you were telling me some numbers. How did you grow so fast?
Yeah.
So social media. Remember we were talking about that briefly? So the restaurant industry has a 60% failure rate. And now that means that within their first 12 months, they're going to fail, right?
Yes.
But nobody talks about the other. So you would think, oh, well, that's still not that bad of chances, depending on how you look at it. A lot of people are really passionate about this and want to start their business, and they hear, oh, well, I got a 40% chance of success. You don't, because nobody talks about the other 40%. What happens with the other 40% is, out of those 4 people, the other 2 fall off tragically within the next year or 2. And I mean bad, because you just made it that first year. Now you think you have something and you don't. So what happens is, if you had already taken money from your house or your buddy loaned it to you, now you're going to go back to your other buddy for double of what he let you borrow, because now you think you got something going on and you don't. And now you double and triple dip into that investment. And within the next year, it's catastrophe. People fail. People are losing their houses. People are losing their families. There's people committing suicide over this stuff. Oh, this is real. Look, this is what I do for a living. I live and I breathe the restaurant industry, and specifically in my niche. But that one person, I also don't want you to think that one person is thriving. That one person just exists. If you want to see somebody that existing in the restaurant industry means that you get up every day and you work a shift plus some more. But the restaurant's there. It's paying its bills. It's paying your bills. To me, that's not living. To me, living was
like barely existing.
No,
right?
To me, living was that $1.4 million a year we started making from the bat.
Oh,
that was living, right? But, and it wasn't an accident, because I did it again and again and
How
again and again.
How did you figure it out?
So my market research was at first it was that, right? You want to make sure that you're going to be able to sell something. You want to make sure that you have a lot of the consumer that you're selling that something of, right? And obviously we have to look for that demographic. It's going to be the Hispanic community, right?
Yeah.
But Yuma, Arizona, being a border town, even the non-Hispanics have the same or similar taste than the Hispanics do, because you have Mexico 10 minutes away from you.
Yes.
So they're hip to all the yummy Mexican food, the non-traditional Mexican food. So there's no way for me to fail if I go here, right? I would have if I wouldn't have done the research that I did. So then I start teaching myself everything that I possibly can about social media, about studying the consumer, about what the consumer wants. I started learning about on how to create scarcity, and then the fear of missing out. Look, the first month, it was all BS. Not all BS, but it was all marketing, it was all strategy. The first month of us opening up, every single day, I would post a sold out sign, and I would come on a video and I say, man, guys, thank you so much. This is unbelievable. I can't believe the outcome that we're having here with Yuma. Thank you guys so much. We're hiring more people, and instead of one person behind me, now I have 4 people behind me, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And now everybody that's buying something from me, I'm telling them, look, I'm going to give you 2 free tacos on your way back. You have to post something about this and tag us. So that first month, we still did well. I think we were still doing in our little apartment. The first 2 weeks was in a little apartment.
Your restaurant
in a second story on the second floor of an apartment, and it was myself, my wife, my tia, and 2 guys that I hired to go deliver the food, and myself. Out of that place,
are you doing all the cooking at this point?
We're doing all the cooking inside of the kitchen of the
apartment.
And
just turned it into a restaurant.
And we just turned it into a restaurant. Because otherwise, I would have had to borrow money from somewhere from where? Nobody's gonna let me borrow 10, 20 grand. I have nothing to back that. I don't have 10, 20 grand sitting around.
Yeah.
So with the little money that we did have, I told my wife, look, we came here for this. Right now, we're just procrastinating. Let's just go. Worst thing that's gonna happen, worst case scenario, is we're gonna sell $100, $200 on Facebook Marketplace, and we're still making more money than what I'm making at this call center. So why not? So we did that the first week or 2. I think we did like $5 grand in sales the first week, maybe another 5 the second week, or like 10. And these are gonna sound like exaggerated numbers, but it is all documented on social media.
Yeah.
By the second week, we had grown out of that. We knew that this was gonna be huge, huge. I think my fourth.
What was your moment where you're like, oh shoot?
So the moment that I was like, oh shoot, was when we opened up for orders. See, I started marketing and doing videos 2 weeks prior. and started running Facebook ads. And I remember I always tell my wife about this. Now, I specialize in meta ads now. But I always tell my wife about this. Remember when we had those $500 and I told you I was going to run ads? And I almost lost my marriage over that. She's like, what do you mean you're going to use $500 on ads? We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know this. The whole last year, the entire last year, I've been studying ads. I've been studying marketing. I know what I'm doing. I got this. So I created that hype.
Yeah.
Right? I created that hype in a little town of 95,000 people. So before we even opened, which I believe was April 12th or April 16th of 2020, we already had like 20 orders, pre-orders that people pre-ordered.
Wait, are you saying in the middle of COVID?
And this was right before COVID or right at COVID. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
I think this is when they had already started sending some people to work from home. Yeah, this was right there.
You were like, let's go for it. Right now.
Let's go for it. So we had about 20 orders before we even turned on our phones to start taking orders. Within the first 15 minutes, we were already completely sold out. I wasn't going to be able to fulfill those 20 orders, nor was I going to be able to fulfill the other 30 orders that I got. So what I did was I said, all right, this isn't the end of the world. I'm just going to call these people, give them their money back. Not a single one of those people wanted their money back. They said, no, give me my food tomorrow. I said, hold on. Wait a minute here. Okay. So that just doubled and doubled and doubled every day. The very next day, within the next hour, I was completely sold out, and we had already made 60 or 70 pounds. So it wasn't a little bit of birria. The same thing happened, and then...
What was the menu at that time?
I have a picture of the menu that I will share with you guys.
Very simple, short.
So you guys can share it on this podcast. It was very... I think it was taco, quesabirria taco, birria ramen, quesadilla, consomme, and a soda. That's it. Like 5 items. That's it. So by the second week, I rented a house and I turned the whole back patio of the house into like a restaurant. Mind you, I don't know anything about the restaurant industry. I'm just doing whatever I think.
Just figuring it out.
Yeah, I'm figuring it out. We have a outdoor grill that we grew out of. We went and we got a used commercial grill, converted it to propane. We had 2 big stock pot burners. By the third week, our orders with the company, it wasn't US Foods at this time. It was another company that's there. Our orders were already like $6,000 or $7,000 a week for food costs.
Wow.
So I'm already doing about $5,000 to $10,000 a week from home.
Just like that.
And we haven't even gone through the first 30 days. And it just skyrocketed from there. It grew fast, so fast. It got out of control.
At that point, did you already have the name Tio Gordo?
No, that hadn't happened yet. That didn't happen until, so this was April-ish, May, June. By around July, I had the name Tio Gordo already. Because by July, I think by July we had already had our first $100,000 month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we were still working out of a house. We weren't working out of a food truck or anything. Nobody had called the health department on us. Nobody was bothering us. The ladies from the health department would buy food from us and have us go deliver that food to them at the health department. Yeah.
These stories. What?
Yeah.
Jacob.
So we had that going on. That blew up out of proportion. And we continued to do well. That led to the opening of another Birria El Gordo, meeting some of the best partners I've ever had, Jeff and Toga. These are guys that...
How'd you find these guys?
They found me.
Oh, they were like...
Yeah.
Well, now, when you first started social media, were you hitting all platforms or were you focused on TikTok?
No, not even TikTok. It was just Facebook and Instagram. That's it.
Okay, that's where you started.
Yeah, TikTok didn't come till later. And when it did, one of my first videos had 4.7 million views.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was kind of, it's one of those videos where I kind of showed where I've been before and where I am now. Which is, people like that kind of stuff. But that's kind of how the TikTok thing started. But the rest of the time, I'm still on Instagram and on Facebook, and I'm learning as all of this is going. I met these great partners. These guys were accountants for Intel. They're older. They're already retired. They're in their late 50s, early 60s. We bought another 2 sushi. We bought sushi restaurants. So at one point in time, I had 4 restaurants in Yuma. I opened the trucking company I always wanted, and I operated that. We opened a tax and accounting company together as partners, an insurance company, and my marketing company. My marketing company did amazing. I sold all of my shares to all of these, except the restaurant. The first restaurant, we ended up closing it down when we moved here because I have a bad heart. So we didn't get to sell it before we had to get out of there because of the lease. I do intend on going back soon to reopen it for the community.
In Yuma?
Yeah, for the community, and then sell it and hand it off to somebody that's going to take care of it and continue the legacy that I began there. But yeah, then we moved over here. We moved over here because I found out I had a bad heart. So I wanted to be close to family. All of our family is either here in the Central Valley or 2 hours away in the San Fernando Valley. And that's how I started Taco Department. Taco Department took me, I already knew the market. I just studied it a little bit more, which is why I chose Selma. I didn't go to Dinuba, Reedley. I didn't go to Fresno. Taco Department didn't exist March of last year. And 2-3 weeks later, it existed. And within the first 90 days, we'd hit $70,000 a month in sales. And I sold it to a great guy. His name's Chef Joe. He's taking real good care of it. And now I dedicate my life to helping people that have always wanted to be successful in the restaurant industry.
Yeah.
And I'm helping them get there. It's not just marketing. That's going to be the biggest chunk of it, right?
Yeah.
But when people hire me, and like I said, I'm exclusive. So right now I only have 3 clients, and I'm one of my clients for TikTok Shop. So I only have 2 other clients. I have Cow Punchers in Fountain Springs. I had another client in Terabella,
Yeah.
but we parted ways amicably. But now I help them do that. Look, Cow Punchers, I'm only gonna share this because she shared it in front of other people before, but they were on the verge of closing. And now, and I've only had them for about 3 to 4 months. Now, not only are they not closing, but she now owns the land, and her sales are up about 60%.
Wow.
Because of what we've implemented that I've done in the past. But you get the whole shebang with me. You get that, and then you get my business experience as well. I come with all of that because it's not just
Full
the marketing.
package.
Yeah, the marketing itself isn't going to make it because what's the point of me bringing you 30 people, but you can't retain those 30 clients?
Yeah.
If there's something going on in the back end, in the kitchen, or even financially with you, I have to be able to help you fix that while I start bringing you more people.
Repeat
Customer
customers.
service, whatever it is. So we were able to do that perfectly there. Taco Department, we're continuing to increase it.
So right now, Taco Department is based out of Dinuba?
Selma.
Oh, Selma.
Selma. In 2 months, we're going to hit our first expansion. I had already tested the expansion where we went to Fresno for 2 months.
Yeah.
And we did amazing. I got a trailer for us, and we were open in Selma, and I opened in Fresno as well. Fresno welcomed us with open arms. So when I sold it, I was able to sell it with that, with those facts in place. It's already expansion ready. Everything's ready for
Ready
you.
to grow.
Yeah. Yeah, the place is so turnkey that I could have trained anyone that didn't have experience in the restaurant industry. You give them to me for 2 weeks, and they would have been running that place.
So Tio Gordo, the restaurant whisperer.
Tio Gordo, the restaurant
That's
whisperer.
yours to keep.
Yeah.
So your followers, what do you think the appeal is? Why do you think so many people are attracted to what you're doing?
Dude, you know what? I will be honest and tell you that I have not paid the attention that I should have paid to my followers. Most of my followers are going to be, they might have seen one good video and they just follow, right? Because I don't share a lot of the BTS stuff yet. I'm going to, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm in this whole transition in my life where that you're going to start getting a bunch of BTS stuff. I've already started sharing that with people, and I'm going to start sharing these stories. My followers now are already seeing the things that I'm doing other places, BTS of me filming at these places, things like that.
Do you feel now? Do you get recognized a lot?
Yeah.
Locally? And what did they shout? Tio Gordo.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's really cool. And the cool part is I just got here in Yuma. It was it was my stomping grounds, and I was there for years. So obviously I do social media all day long, so people are gonna recognize me. But here it's even better because I'm like, dude, I just got here and people are taking pictures with me and
What?
they're asking me stuff. Yeah, it feels great. But it comes with a responsibility though, because I can't just pick my nose in public now, and I want to.
So, what has been the coolest fan encounter? Like you eating somewhere or where? I know. I'll tell you a quick story.
There's been so many. I don't.
Here, let me tell you one, and then see if you have something to match it. Eminem, right? Eminem. Marshall Mathers was telling his story on a podcast. I remember that. He doesn't mind signing autographs, and he's like, "Hey, have you ever turned down an autograph?" He goes, "One time." He's like, "What were we doing?" He goes, "I was sitting in the stall of a toilet, and the guy's knocking on the door, and he's sticking the pen and pencil through the crack."
Serious? Wow.
And he's like, "Bro,
Yeah.
I'm taking a dump."
My time.
Come on, dude. Yeah.
So for you, what's been the most?
He could have used it for toilet paper.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just saying, right?
Just give it.
I think I can't just choose one. And I'm not telling you I get recognized every single day, a couple of times a week, but it's just
You do have a distinctive look, right?
Yeah,
I just realized now you have little ink on the sides.
and I'm also 6 feet tall and 350 pounds, so you can't miss.
So, and
I'm wearing a red shirt.
dude, and I'm just gonna throw this out there. Your energy is off the chart,
Yeah,
man. You're
you have
you're
good energy.
so energetic. That's
Appreciate
awesome.
that. Thank you. It's just anybody who recognizes me, and a lot of them have happened lately when I'm in Ducor or Fountain Springs or Terabella. A lot will happen there where I'm getting off in a gas station and I'll see people staring at me. So there's two things: they're either gonna stare at me because I have tattoos,
Yeah.
and don't get it don't let the tattoos fool you. I might look this way, but it's not what you guys think at all. These are all cultural tattoos. So that's the number one thing, right? I'm thinking, oh, they're looking at me. They might think I'm gang related or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And the second one is gonna be, or they saw me, they saw a video of me.
Tio Gordo right
So
there.
if I don't see them too upset or I don't feel a weird energy, then they're like, dude, I saw you. You were doing this on the live, and that first encounter is great, dude. It's great.
Is there a common question you get from the fans?
So lately, for the last 2-3 weeks, I haven't cut my hair, but I got real popular on TikTok, because I got tired of paying these fees for getting our hair cut, because it's me, my 15-year-old son, and my 4-year-old son. So if we go every week to the barbershop, it's about $150.
Damn.
120, 150 bucks. It's not cheap.
Yeah.
Okay. So I had the bright idea, why don't I learn how to cut hair? I love learning new things, right? And I did. And the way that I did it was I turned on my live and I bought some $15 clippers and I went on there asking people to help me cut my hair. And dude, there's times where there's 2,000-3,000 people in that live, which is insane. And they're walking me through how to cut my hair. The last month I've shaved my head because I've just been lazy. Just today I was on live. I went back on live and everybody's telling me, where have you been? We need you back on live. And look at the viewer count up there.
Oh, wow.
So there's 500 people on that live. And it's all I'm doing is cutting my own hair. So that's the one where people, it's either going to be that one or the tacos. But it's going to be that one right there. Like, dude, I saw you cutting your own hair. That's crazy. How long? I didn't know you were a barber. I'm not. I bought my barber chair from my garage and everything, though, and cool clippers because I can afford them now because I don't have to spend the $140 on haircuts every week.
So you're cutting everybody's hair now?
I cut my hair. I cut my son's hair, my nephew's hair.
Now, I know that you said you were on your own at 16. When did you leave school? Because we're both teachers.
Really?
Yeah.
Right around the very beginning of 10th grade. Okay. So I was born in 1991, September of 1991. So I should have been I should have graduated in 2010, but I got put with the earlier classes. So I was supposed to graduate in 2009. So I stopped going to school in 2007.
What was your last high school?
Arleta High School, right next door to my mom's house.
Yeah.
So we opened that high school.
You guys were the first class.
Ours was the first class. It was right next door to my mom's house.
Yeah.
And the funniest thing was people would always make fun of me because I lived right next door and I was always late.
So here's something that I noticed from you, and I would love to just put it in a bottle, right, and just pass it out to my students. It's a level of confidence, and you feel very comfortable with who you are.
Yeah.
Where's that come from?
I don't know.
Has it always been that way for you?
No, it hasn't always been that way. It hasn't always been that way. But I think I don't know. I know it's the curveballs that life throws you.
Were you like that before social media?
Like energetic and happy and
Well,
stuff.
just more a people person, or always?
No, I was always a people person. I was always a people person. Yeah, always.
Back in the day, and now school, because we're teachers, right?
Yeah.
Who were you in the classroom? Were you the class clown?
The
Were you
clown.
the quiet kid?
The clown. I'm the one that always got in trouble. Always. I went through, in that 1 year that I was in high school, I went through like 3 or 4 different high schools.
Oh my God!
And right before that, in the 8th grade, I think I went through 6 middle schools.
Just wilding out.
Just being a knucklehead.
Was there ever anybody who recognized your talent early on and said, "Hey, you know what, Isaiah? You take that energy, you put it in the right place, and things are going to happen for you." Did anyone see it early?
No.
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 And so today, you ever run into any of those teachers from back in the day, like, "Hey, Isaiah"?
Honestly, if you, I haven't. It'd be great if I could. I have a lot of teachers that I hold a special place in my heart for, but no, nobody would have thought I was. Everybody that sees me from back when I was a kid, just I should have been in prison or dead.
Damn.
And not funny story, but I almost died in 2010. I got shot 3 times in the stomach. I got a scar going from like here to here, a bullet lodged in my spine. I almost died in 2010.
Are you comfortable sharing a little bit about that story?
Yeah, absolutely. So it was. I'm gonna show you. People hear that and automatically they're like, "No, there's no way you have a bullet lodged in your spine." Look at, there's another one lodged over here on the side, but it's like it's touching my spinal cord.
Wow. Can you hold that up to camera so Jim can zoom in?
Which one?
I can see that bullet right
Yeah.
on his spine.
Yeah, that one messes with like my feeling on my leg and stuff. It went in right through here.
Yeah.
It nicked my main artery. The other one went in through the side, through here, and then the other one just grazed me.
Were you the intended target?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's hear this story.
Yeah, somebody tried to kill me.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, okay, so let's start from the beginning.
Well, it was a mistaken identity.
Oh,
Again,
I
I
see.
looked the way I looked, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't have anywhere near the amount of tattoos I have now back then. This was in 2010. And I have to. I can't say. I have to leave some details out for safety reasons and
Yeah.
things like that. So the places and people might not be accurate, but I was at a gas station pumping gas. Just a regular, not regular day. It was later on in the night because I had been drinking and partying and stuff. But I just pulled up to a gas station. I was in a blue Silverado, nothing fancy about it. 2001 Silverado with an extended cab, no wheels, and nothing that screams I'm doing something I'm not supposed to.
Yeah.
That was actually my gardening truck, believe it or not. So I'm pumping gas and you don't think about anything when you're pumping gas other than I'm pumping gas. I want this thing to hurry so I can get back inside and go. And then I hear somebody say, "Hey," just some commotion, like "Hey," and I know it wasn't intended towards me, so I turn my body this way. I think I'm facing my back's towards the truck like this, and I'm pumping gas with my left hand. And they say, "Hey," like somewhere over here. So I turn and they shoot.
Fast.
And I see the guy standing there like this.
Oh,
The guy has 0 firearms training, right? He looks, I don't think he has an idea of how silly he looked, but he goes like this. Shoots like 4 or 5 times. He only hit me once and grazed me the other time. And then somebody walks around the truck, I don't know how they got to me. I was already going like this. And they walked up and they shot again here on this side.
a different guy?
A different person, yeah.
Oh,
And then
God.
they took,
Were you by yourself?
yeah, I was by myself. I was a kid. I was a kid. I was 18 years old when this happened. I think I had just turned 19. when this happened. Dude, I had maybe $200 in my pocket, a tiny little like a $200 gold chain, the keys to my car, the keys to my truck, my phone, and obviously I handed everything over because the moment they walked up to me, I kind of understood like, well, I'm being robbed, right?
Yeah.
Here you go, take all my stuff. They left my stuff. They left. Luckily, somebody heard the gunshots and called 911 because there was nobody at the store. The store is closed at this time because it's past midnight. Just the pumps are open. And thankfully for the men and women, the first responders, they got there fast. Cops got there way before the ambulance, but they started life-saving measures. I had already lost consciousness. Yeah, I was already gone.
Now, you know how they always talk about life flashing before your eyes
Yeah,
or some
it
sort of
happened,
vision?
yeah.
What did you see in that moment?
It wasn't what I saw, it's what I thought of. My son wasn't born yet. The second out of 5. And I just said, damn it. I'm gonna leave this guy without a dad, right? And that's it. And then I woke up like 18 days later in the hospital. That this happened.
So you were in a coma, like a medically induced
It was a
coma?
medically induced coma, yeah. I was on the operating table for 36 hours. This happened here. They had to fly someone in to reconstruct the main artery that was nicked. I woke up like right before Christmas. So this happened December 2nd, 2010 at around 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning. And yeah, I woke up and I remember perfectly, I guess my hands are like kind of like not tied, but like they're held against my body. So I opened my eyes, and it's like I knew what had happened because I opened my eyes like real slowly, like oh shit, like I'm thinking like oh I'm dead, right? I'm
Yeah.
opening my eyes to the afterworld, and I open my eyes and I see, I see I see the whiteboard that they write on and stuff, and I'm like oh dude, I'm not dead, but I look down and I have all these bandages wrapped up around my stomach, and I feel it super tight, and then I knock back out. As you can imagine, the painkillers that they have me on at that point. And then when I come back to either that same day or the next day, I'm like, you guys got to call my family. They had me under an alias because I was a victim of a violent crime,
Yes.
and they couldn't find me for weeks.
Oh, my. So, you didn't tell me. Oh.
Yeah.
So your wife is like, he's gone.
Well, I wasn't married to her then.
Yeah.
I wasn't married to her then. I wasn't with the mother of my children at that time either. But my dad, my mom, my brothers, they didn't know any. And I'm the kind of person that I always answer your phone calls. We talk like almost every day, if not every day.
Yeah.
So for me to go just offline like that,
Was there missing posts, they're searching for you?
you know what? I don't know. I never asked that question, but I know that quickly after, quickly after, they say 2 weeks, right? They might be exaggerating, but I know it was, let's say a couple of days after. They were finally told, what happened, and they told, it's because he's under, we got to put him under an alias because somebody tried to kill the guy,
Yeah.
right? And my brothers had already seen me. I didn't know, so I wanted, hey, give me a phone. I need to call my family. And then, my family came, but that it's not necessarily that you see, at least not for me. I didn't see anything. I just thought like, dude, I'm gonna die, and my kid's not gonna have a dad.
Yeah.
But I didn't die.
You're-
I didn't die. I'm
No,
right here.
You're right here. You're right here with us.
So there's a lot of other crazy stories that have happened in my life, and there's a lot of bad things that I've done, and but there's also a lot of good. And I think everything that I've been through it just makes me to who I am today, right? I've had absolutely nothing, and I've had a lot, and I've gone back down to not having much, and then having a lot again. But what I have right now that I'm mostly grateful for is I have health. Right? I'm doing a lot better. I'm not gonna need open heart surgery anymore, so that's good. I have my family. I have my kids. I may not be rich monetarily, but I'm rich in love, and in friends, and in life.
Amen.
Yeah.
That's a win right there.
Yeah. So that just drives me to, and a lot of the times I'll help people that don't even pay, that they won't pay me, right? Because they can't afford to pay me or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'll go full in and give them a full marketing plan and business plan on how to fix their business and stuff like that. Just, I know that it'll come back around to me.
So speaking of which, if we have some guys out there and girls who are thinking about getting into a sort of business that's going to require marketing, how can they reach out to you?
Okay, so any sort of business at all, anything that you want to do, but obviously specifically the ones that are going to need you to reach a lot of people quickly, marketing, right? You guys can find me on Instagram or Facebook as Tio Gordo TV, like television.
We're going to put all these links in the description for you.
Perfect.
And
perfect.
what kind of services do you offer?
So it's actually right now. So I offer everything is built for you. So what I do is I do marketing. I can help you build your business. I can create cinematic videos or other types of reels for you. This is what I can say. I'm the guy that's gonna save you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of money that you would have wasted on trial and error, because I've already done it. So you need a TikTok, Instagram reels. You need a strategy on how to do it yourself. I can help you do that. You need a business strategy, a business plan.
Yeah.
Or like there's a company that I'm helping right now. It's called Jesus Christ, what's it called? Slay My Coco. I help them from the ground up. I've helped them.
Where are
do
they
everything.
based out of?
They're here in Fresno, actually.
Okay.
So you're gonna see them really, really soon in pop-ups and things like that. It's a really cool concept. You're gonna have Christmas in a cup all year long. It's nuts. I love it. But I'm your guy. Anything that you want to do that's business related, I'm your guy. And if I'm not your guy, I'm gonna find your guy for you.
Yes. And you know the part that comes across to me just being in the room with you, I just met you. You have a good heart.
Thank you, man.
You just feel that. You can't fake that funk.
You can't fake that one, no.
Sometimes, I'll run into encounter some people and I'll be like, man, this feels real frio right here. This is real frigid room. But you warm up the room and you have a great energy.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
And we want to continue to work with you and hopefully bring you back for another episode and
Absolutely.
updates. And whenever you want to come in and plug one of your businesses, we're right here.
Yeah. And like I said, if anybody needs help with anything, I don't charge for consults.
Yeah.
Anything that has to do with business or your marketing or anything like that, I don't charge for consults. I don't charge for advice. If I'm the right fit for you, fantastic. Let's get it going. And if I'm not, like I said, I'll help you find the right people. But just a 10-minute conversation is going to save you thousands in trial and error that you would have committed without having that conversation.
So immediately you bring value just with the consultation.
Just with the consultation.
Man.
I
Hey,
charge
guys, you want to
nothing.
work with Tio Gordo? He's right here in the Central Valley. We're going to get you guys all the links. Thank you for being here today
Thank
with
you,
us.
guys.
I know you're
Thank you,
super
guys.
busy, man, but you made it happen. Came all the way from Porterville.
No, actually, no, I'm in Selma.
No, but I thought you said you had a Porterville event tonight or something.
I
like that.
I drove
Right,
over here
yeah.
from Fountain Springs.
Fountain Springs.
Yeah. One of my
Where's
clients.
that?
It's
I thought that sounds like L.A. Do you know where that is?
no,
Fountain Springs?
it's right by Porterville.
Okay, shout out to Fountain Springs.
Yeah.
Somebody from Fountain Springs come on the show.
So if you're on the 65 and you just left Porterville,
Yeah.
So you're getting to Ducor and you go up 10 minutes and you're in Fountain Springs.
Okay, hand by Springville.
Kind of by Springville. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, guys. So till next time, we're going to get some more information from Tio Gordo. Tio Gordo TV, shout out to you guys. Thank you for checking out Rob Live. We love the gorditos out there. Keep dipping those tacos. Right? This is from Jim Chance, Isaiah Lopez, a.k.a. Tio Gordo. I'm Rob Live. Thank you for being here. Until next time, it's love, peace, chicken grease.